I'm Robert with Robert's Active Retirement. Robert of Robert's Active Retirement. Hi, I'm Robert with Robert's Active Retirement. This is Robert of Robert's Active Retirement.
Harsh realities of being a 77-year-old man versus a 66-year-old man. Are there any differences? Let's find out. Yeah, so first off, let me just say that I am a subscriber to Robert's Active Retirement. Love his content. You know, I learned a thing or two from it. So if you're interested, check out his channel. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description. And so if you're interested, go check it out. You never know, you just might like it. But in today's video, what I wanted to do is kind of dive down into one of his videos in which he talked about 10 harsh realities of somebody that is 77 years old. Yep, he's 77 years old. And I want to contrast that against somebody that is 66 years old. Yep, myself. And see if we kind of think the same or if there's a difference based on the age. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So, let's do this.
Number one, you realize that you have a shocking little amount of time left. You're not going to live much longer. You're 77, and that's a drastic, harsh statement to make. The title is Harsh Realities, and that is a harsh reality. Everybody dies, and if you're 77, if you look at the life expectancy tables for a newborn person today on the CDC website, guess what it says? It says 77. That's my age, 77. So a baby born today, male baby, is expected to live until 77. You know, you would think that things have improved so much with medical science and everything that it would be longer than 77, but they say that's what it is. Also, insurance companies are betting that a person 77 will be dead within 10 years. You can buy a life insurance policy or an annuity, and so they're betting big bucks that you will not last 10 years. Nobody knows for sure. You may die tomorrow. You may die in 15 years. But the fact of the matter is, you start to realize at this age that time is limited. Time is precious. And you learn to enjoy day by day. Time becomes special. You're not guaranteed a lot more time. And so you look at time differently. You try to enjoy what you can while you can. A hard part of this is wondering, is this the last time I'm going to do this? Is this the last time I'm going to go overseas? We went to Iceland year before last. That may be the last time I ever go overseas. My last cruise, my last time to see my brother, my last time for different things. So it starts to occur to you, this may be the last time you do certain things. But the good news is you stop taking time for granted. The harsh news is you have limited time left.
So the first one that he talks about has to do with the time factor. You know, how much more time do I have? Although I'm 66 and he's 77, I think when you're 77, yeah, you feel like you're closer to your end of your rope. Although, you know, he could go on and live to be 100, and I could live to be one more year, right? And so neither one of us know when our time is going to be up and the Lord's going to call us home. We have no idea. Nothing is guaranteed. But one thing we do know is that in order to prolong our life as long as we can, the things that we can do has to do with staying active, right? Staying physically fit, keeping our minds sharp and challenged, keeping relationships in your life, because those are all the things that keep you happy. And I think in life, you have to be happy. In retirement, you have to be happy. If you're not happy at this age, then things kind of tend to spiral down. You know, if you wake up and you have nothing to wake up for, your life could just spiral right down and it could take you out. So here we both agree on number one.
Number two, health isn't just important, it's everything. Your health and age goes together, doesn't it? I mean, the older you get, probably your health is going to be deteriorating. I don't care who you are. And I see that. I definitely see that.
So number two, Robert talks about that health is everything, and I couldn't agree with him more. Health is kind of like my house. Every year something else is breaking down, something else needs to be repaired, something needs to be maintained. Right? With our bodies, they break down too. I read a survey once, and it said that after the age of 67, our bodies do have a tendency to break down. Whether it's you need a hip replacement, your knees start to give out, your ankles start to give out, they swell. It might be your eyesight, might be your hearing. You need a hearing aid. You name it, everything starts to break down. And the problem with that is that it affects your lifestyle. If you have a real active lifestyle, it's going to start to limit that lifestyle. And that's where you could start to take that spiral going down, right? So if you love getting out there and playing tennis, and now you got problems with your arms, shoulders, eyesight, maybe you can't see the tennis ball. Now you can't play tennis no more. It just makes you a miserable person. And that's where that spiral happens, and you start to go downhill. So health is everything, right along with age, right? They go one and one.
Next up is your independence feels more fragile. I hit on that before. Every time you go to the doctor and you have a problem that you just wonder if that's going to turn into something bigger. Are you going to be able to maintain your lifestyle and travel and do the things you've always done? Or is this something that's life changing, or hopefully not life ending? One bad decision or one bad fall and break your hip, I mean, that could be a drastic change to your life. There's things you can do to be anti-fragile, I like to call it, and not taking risks like you used to. I don't go up on big ladders anymore. Gave away my 10-foot ladder. I don't go out with the guys walking in the rain anymore. They make fun of me for that, but I don't want to slip down and fall. And so I don't do it. You start to realize that your independence isn't permanent. It could be taken away from you.
So the third harsh truth is that your independence feels fragile. And I think here is where somebody that is 66 differs from somebody that is 77. That's a 10-year difference. And I can see how someone that's still 66, physically fit, mentally capable, still ain't there to worry about their independence. Where somebody that's 77, especially if they lost some of their independence already, maybe they took away your car keys, right? And then now you depend on your spouse, or you depend on Uber or Lyft or somebody else to give you a ride to certain places. And now you see the effects of how losing some of your independence, how that has an effect on your life, on your retirement. And so, I mean, there's other things that could happen to you, not just your car. Right? Robert talks about putting some risk indicators in there to where he won't go walking if it has rain because he doesn't want to slip and fall, or he doesn't get up on any ladders no more. And I don't blame him. Somebody that's 77, yeah, I'm 66, and I ain't getting on a ladder, especially not a 10-foot one. Those are very dangerous things, and those are not just independent limiting. Those are putting you in the ground kind of accidents. So although there is some difference in how we think about our independence, I think somebody that is 66 still ain't there yet. Not as much as somebody that is 77.
Next up, your memory slips and mental mistakes happen more often. Everybody knows about walking into the room and forgetting what you went in there for, or forgetting somebody's name occasionally. The other day at the gym, I've been going to the gym, twice a week for 2 years. And there's a guy always there. and his name is Max. I started calling him Norm. I don't know where that came from, and I can't get it off my mind. Norm, and I could not remember his name. And the thing is, that happens, but it was like 2 days I tried to remember his name, and I couldn't remember it. It was Max. I remember it now, but I just had that's scary. That scared me.
So number 4 is memory slips. Now here I would assume that somebody 77 has more slippage than somebody that is 66. Although at 66, yeah, I still have that same problem. All right, continuously forget things, or is that selective memory slips? Well, we'll have to ask my wife about that one. But yeah, I think as you get older, this is just a natural thing. So we both agree on number 4.
Next up, you watch friends and family disappear. They don't really disappear, they die.
So the 5th thing that Robert from Robert's Active Retirement talks about is family and friends disappear. Or as Robert says, they die. And that's the harsh reality. And I would assume somebody that is 77 probably is hit harder with this subject than somebody that is 66. Simply because they've been alive a lot longer, and there's more of an opportunity for them to see other ones go. So the reality to me says that, cherish those that are around you. Cherish your family, your own kids, your spouse, your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. Keep in touch with them because you never know when it's their time to go. And we all know that once somebody close to us goes, it's always a sad time. It's always a sad time, and it's a time that we stop and we start to reminisce about them and things we did together with them in the past. So, give them a call, send them an email, send them a text. Tell them that you miss them and love them. So Robert goes on to talk about 5 more harsh truths about somebody that is 77 years old. If you're interested, go over there to his channel, Robert's Retirement Life. It's got some really good content there. You can watch the whole video that I'm responding to. And if you're anywhere between the ages of 66 and 77, hey, let me know what your truths are in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, well, another video is going to pop up. Feel free to watch it, and I'll see you over there. This is Chandler's Retirement Live saying, lights out.